Thompson just gives a loose pass. It's Coyle that's going to go from range, and Johnny Tuffy not happy with that one, but breaks now to Paul Heatley, just in the edge of the box, going to go from range, and it was Anabashu, and that could be a penalty. It is. I think the crowd probably made the referee's mind up there, Ben. If you're a Crusaders player and that happened to you in your box, you'd probably be slightly disappointed. I guess we'd probably need to see it back, but did he just use his hand to try and control the ball? What's your thoughts on that one?
I think there was a lot of spin in the ball, actually, and it sort of, he thought he was going to chest it, and it spun up and hit his hand.
Big goalkeeper in Declan Dunn to face here, but here it is. Forsythe,
never in doubt.
And into the bottom right corner. Great penalty, Ben.
Yeah, never in doubt. Cool, calm and collected.
And how many penalties have you missed for Crusaders, Ben?
One.
Just the one.
Just the one.
I only asked you that to see if you remembered it.
It was a cheeky one too.
It was. Ball in, and oh, it looks like it's just ricocheted off the post. I think it was a Crusaders player, and Curry swings it back in, but Billy Joe Burns gets his head to it, and ball could break now to Crusaders if they can counter, as Lecky just dropped it off, but Ross Clark just hadn't moved up the pitch to get there, and Bruno plays it in to Jordan Jenkins. He's up against Gary Thompson, who just does really well to come across his man and knock that out, but ball just goes over both of them, and Lecky knocks it on to Philip Lowry. Good pass there into Jude Winchester, goes first time, and I think Paul Heatley was coming in round the back there. I'm not sure if Jude Winchester was a pass or a shot, but ball comes back now to Tuffy. He gives it out quickly to Josh Robinson. Goes long again, trying to find Adam Lecky, and the ball's going to bypass him out to Paul Heatley, who goes first time with his left foot. And well, we've seen Paul Heatley do that over the years. Patient with it, it's good play. 2 banks of 5 there for Dungannon Swifts, which allows Robinson to come a long way. He's going to go from range. Not something we say too often of Josh Robinson.
Either way to have a shot and have a...
Paul Heatley, who is going to get another crack at it now, just a goalkeeper to beat if he can get the ball out of his feet. And does indeed get the ball out of his feet with just Declan Dunn to beat. And he finds the bottom corner to put Crusaders 2-0 up and make it 17 career goals against Dungannon Swifts.
17 career goals? 3-4, yeah.
O'Rourke plays it down to Philip Lowry. Down this left-hand side, drops it off to Paul Heatley. Still Paul Heatley up against 3 blue shirts, but comes out on top to find Philip Lowry. He plays a great ball into Adam Lecky, who turns and shoots, and it is Adam Lecky through the legs of Declan Dunn. What a goal from Crusaders. What build-up play from Philip Lowry. Paul Heatley. And then, of course, Adam Lecky to just take that down his chest. I think it's on his unfavourable left foot onto the legs of Declan Dunn. And in the space of 2 or 3 minutes, Crusaders now find themselves 3 goals to the good. He puts the ball into the box, but Billy Joe Burns has loads of time just to pick his header out, and Jenkins drops it off to Reece Campbell, just coming into the edge of the box. Great ball in to find Waltz with only Tuffy to beat. Great save by Tuffy. I think it's a flick from Gary Thompson and Billy Joe Burns to come out, but that flick from Gary Thompson.
It's very good. That's what he's playing in front of the back four. That's his job. Into
the feet of Philip Lowry, who's come in pretty deep to just get involved and collect that ball. Robinson, the switch now to Paul Heatley again, asking a lot of Paul Heatley, but he does well to win the first header, as Campbell just showed too much of it to Lecky. If he can find the run of Paul Heatley, doesn't, but Winchester's are out now to Philip Lowry, and I think it just took a nudge. No, it didn't. Billy Joe Burns spreads it, trying to find Paul Heatley. Chest is a great first touch.
He's got to go. He's got to go. He's got to go.
It's going to be a yellow card.
Yeah, he's booked. He's already booked.
McGee, is he? Yeah,
sure,
he is.
For throwing him.
Yeah, for throwing him in. So it is a red card now. It's 2 yellows, which means Ethan McGee's afternoon is over. He said he's the man to just slow things down, and as it comes out now to Billy Joe Burns, he's going to have a go from range. Just can't get enough of it, as it's collected easily from Declan Dunn. I think there's a week.
He's a class act. He is a class act, honestly.
Goes long this time as Paul Heatley gets there ahead of Keelan Marin. Out in this left-hand side, Paul Heatley just... It was Declan Dunn who just palmed that one away, but what a knock. Stephen, 3 goals, no reply, 3 points. Happy day.
Oh yes, you always have to be pleased with 3 goals for, none against. That was the ultimate result that we were looking for, was to make sure we didn't concede goals, and you always got a great chance of scoring goals when you play on our team. With goals coming from all ends of the park, and we scored 3 and missed 3 great chances here today. So, so we'll be pleased with our day's work. We didn't look under any pressure. Dungannon came with a plan to stop us in the first half. You know, they played sort of 5 across the back and shut the midfield down, and they just kicked the ball long, and we were able to deal with that all day. And it was really just a matter of time before we would work it out and get the goal, get the breakthrough. And then once you go a goal behind, as they did, they had to commit a little bit, and I felt the chances would appear in the second half, and we got them very quickly after the second half, and the game was over as a contest. So pleasing work, you know. As I say, Dungannon, you normally expect to pass a little bit, and but they came to kick us today, and it didn't really work.
Just looking, I guess, the first half compared to the second half, there was maybe a few gears that you went up in the second half. Was that the message at half time? Maybe just do things a bit quicker? And
You hit the nail on the head. We actually chatted about that as soon as we said at half time. We just said, look, it's far too slow. But sometimes when a team sit in like that, and in the shape that they did, you know, the passing angles are cut off, and you can't see the pass quick enough. You can't see the space, and therefore you change your angle, and you turn away and pass the ball a different direction. And I get that, but you need to actually speed the game up when you do that. You need to move into a space to receive it quicker, and you need to pass it quicker. And we weren't doing that as well as I would have liked. So we chatted about that at half time, worked it out what we were looking for, and we made a wee tactical switch to do that and open the game up a little bit, and we did that really, really well.
I think the announcement at full time there was Paul Heatley man of the match, and at 35 years of age, and what a goal. He takes it really well, but he's a real handful still now running down that line.
Oh, he's just an amazing person, amazing guy, a family guy who gives us all for our football club week in, week out. And you know, we keep talking now about 35. That's always, I think, a label that people give when players get a little bit older. But he plays like he's 25, and the way he plays, he can play for 3 or 4 more years. He's just brilliant, a brilliant person. Never misses his training. Is the most genuine guy that I've ever met. Just honestly, just tremendous to work with, and I'm so delighted for him because he's really hit top form again. Looked a threat all day. I thought he was really good.
Just moving on to Tuesday night, Stephen, I know we've discussed the trips to Mornview, how big of a task it is. It's a Tuesday night, no doubt be cold conditions down there, but I guess a message for the fans to get them all out there and you know, give the backing of the team.
Look, yeah, it's one of those. Glenavon, for some reason, is causes a few problems down there over the years, and it's always a tough task. It's their style of play is their style of play, and we've got to maybe deal with that as best as we possibly can. And but we're looking forward to the challenge. You know, they've got very very good players in their squad, and they know the route to goal. And we have to make sure that we deal with that and try and put 1 or 2 in at the other end ourselves. So it's a tough game, but we're looking forward to the challenge.
So 3 points today and a clean sheet. You must be happy to get through the game.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big 3 points. A big week ahead of us now. With Glenavon and then Coleraine coming up, so it's good to get the win. Clean sheet always helps. And yeah, just on to the next one now.
It seemed like he's probably had a few more gears to go through. The first half was probably, even to get the goal was good, but he didn't have that rhythm and maybe momentum in the game.
I wouldn't even say I had a few more gears to go, because we found it tough first half and we didn't create much. So, you know, thankfully we got that penalty and that got the breakthrough, and then second half, once we got the second, that seemed to be the sort of killer blow. And then we were able to relax a bit more, play a bit more football, and we got the third after, and then the game was over after that.
How difficult is it, maybe, you know, when a team comes to Seaview in particular? You know, we've only lost 1 game all season here at Seaview, where a team maybe comes in and was the back 5, or you know, in the second half of midfield 5. How difficult is it to break through?
Yeah, it's probably just we have to show a wee bit more patience, slower build up, and mix our game up a bit when that happens. Like I say, we did find it tough, but it's all about finding that first goal, and thankfully ours came from the penalty spot there.
Another massive game as we go to Mornview now on Tuesday night, and then back at Seaview next Saturday against Coleraine. They all come thick and fast, and obviously a big game, and try and get 3 points on Tuesday night.
Yeah, definitely. We found it tough down there, but the last time we were down in Mornview, but it's a new game. Like I said, we're coming well into the second half of the season now, so every match is massive. So Tuesday night's no bigger than today was, or it's no bigger than next Saturday was either. So we just have to try go down, get 3 points whatever way we can, whether that's through just grinding out a result or maybe getting a few. It's just all about getting 3 points at this stage of the season now.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Jordan. Thank you.